my name is Kourtney. I am an avid reader, and yeah, I just read books all the time. I haven't done YouTube in so long. I used to have a YouTube channel. I used to be all about fashion, but then I just kind of like lost passion for it. So I have a huge passion for reading. It's been so fun to read after I clock out of work and just lay down and read a few books. And what better way to start my channel than having a monthly wrap-up. So I read 4 books in November, 1 novella, and the rest were novels. So I wanted to show you guys what I read. So one of the first books I read in November is Comfort Me with Apples by Catherine M. Valente. This only came into about maybe like 113 pages, so it definitely makes it a novella. And it's better going into this book blind because it is so short, and you just want to find out what's going on once you read it. So this book follows the main character, Sophia, and she believes that she is just basically made for her husband, and that he is so perfect in every way, and that they were just soulmates and meant to be together. But she starts to question things in her life that make her kind of question that, and finding out if she's really happy with her life and her husband can maybe or somehow harm her. So that's all I can give you about this book without basically spoiling it. And I feel like this book was kind of bizarre, but I honestly did enjoy it, and I did not think I was going to like it. To me, I think this book gets about like a 4. I think I rated on TikTok like a 4.5, because this really kept me intrigued, and it is like a thriller horror type book. And once you read it, I think you're either going to love it or you're going to hate it. And I kind of fall in between. I would definitely recommend this book. Give it a try, and I would love to see what you guys thought about it. The next book that I ended up reading and finishing in November is The Guest List by Lucy Foley. And it's funny, I actually finished this when I was going on vacation to California. I finished this on the flight, and this is like the perfect book to bring because it is a thriller. But I was kind of about this book. So this book follows a wedding party, and it is they're all going to a wedding like off the coast of, like, I believe Ireland. So it's like in this kind of like a deserted island type deal. The wedding party goes for their friend, her name is Jules, and they go for her wedding, and they're basically meeting up together and reminiscing through old times. And all of a sudden somebody gets murdered. So this book is kind of like talking about who got murdered, how it happened, who did it. And this book also goes back and forth in time. So we can go like on the wedding night, we go like 3 days prior. So it does go back and forth if some of you guys don't like that. So while this book was suspenseful to me, and it was a pretty quick read because I was interested, I didn't exactly enjoy it all the way. None of the characters in this book were like good. They're all very annoying, which made it kind of harder to get past some of the things about this book that were good. Some people didn't like the going back and forth in time. I honestly didn't mind that, and there's like multiple point of views throughout each chapter. Each chapter is actually a different point of view of a certain wedding guest, and some people don't like that, but I thought that it kind of drove the story forward because I like seeing different point of views from different people. And like I said before, the characters in this book were so damn annoying, so it was kind of like just hard to get through the chapter. To some people, I was like, I don't care about you. I don't really care what happens to you, to be honest. While I did enjoy this book, there was just things in here that I did not enjoy, including the characters, and there were some plot holes that left me kind of confused, so I also didn't enjoy that. So yeah, I gave this about 3.5 out of 5. So the next book I read in November is 7 Days in June by Tia Williams, and I really enjoyed this book. I am not really the biggest romance reader, but this definitely changed the game for me because I definitely believe this was more plot driven, and I think that's why I liked it so much. And it had a pretty good story, and I also liked the characters. This is a second chance romance, and I come to the conclusion that I think I really do enjoy those the most, because some other romances I just don't like, but this one was really good. This is also by a Black author, and the characters are also Black, and I think this is why I related to this story a lot more, because obviously as a Black woman, I love seeing people of color in these type of spaces. So like I said, this is a second chance romance about Eva Mercy and Shane Hall. They had like a rendezvous when they were in high school for like a week, and it changed their lives forever. And so we fast forward 15 years into the future, and they both are best-selling authors, and they talk about their heartbreak through their books. And so they have a surprising encounter, and so they try again at their rendezvous love for another week, and they want to see basically where everything goes with them, and if they could be in a relationship and ignite that spark again. There was only one thing that I didn't like, and I really am not a big fan of the miscommunication trope. I was like, just send a text message. But this book was still so good, and I really enjoyed it, and I zoomed past this book because it was so interesting. So yeah, I gave this one about a 5 stars, and I definitely recommend this. You won't be disappointed. So the last book in November I did end up reading, and I actually got this from Book of the Month. I finally got a subscription, and I got this from Baker Reads on TikTok because he's one of my favorites, and he always recommends this book. And this is My Dark Vanessa by Kate Elizabeth Russell. This book was pretty heavy, and this definitely isn't for everyone, because the topics that it just touches on are very heavy and dark, and they can definitely be triggering, especially certain scenes in this book. So this book follows the relationship of Vanessa, and she is a 15-year-old girl, and she gets into a relationship with her 42-year-old teacher, Mr. Strain. And so obviously with that whole power imbalance, with her being an actual child and him being a grown-ass man, yeah, there's a big power imbalance, and there's a lot of manipulation just going on, and it is a lot. It's heavy. So this book does go back and forth in time. So we go back all the way, I believe, to like 2000 when Vanessa is 15 to 2006 when she gets a little older in college. And then we jump back sometimes into 2017 where Vanessa is an actual adult, and she deals with the effects from her relationship with Strain. Not only did this book leave me upset at times and a little bit more disturbed because of some scenes, it also left me frustrated because Strain is like the master manipulator, and it is so annoying to me how he just goes about things. But that's literally how grown men in situations deal with children like that. They manipulate them and use their naiveness or whatever to their advantage. And it was just a lot more should have happened to Strain, and that's the one thing that gets me about this book. I get so frustrated whenever I think back about it. If you're going to pick this one up, I would definitely recommend looking at the content warnings about this, and definitely do your own research, because this can get disturbing. I have a few TikTok friends who said they had to put this one down because it was just a little too much for them, which is definitely understandable. So I would definitely look at the content warnings before purchasing this. But overall, I did give this a 5 stars because I was really engaged with the book, and it was written really well, and I did like the story and how the topic was dealt with. So yes, I do recommend this book, but like I said, just look up content warnings. So that was basically my rapid fire November wrap up. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I definitely would love to make more videos, especially YouTube videos about bookish content, because I just believe it is like so fun, and I just love reading, and I love making TikToks too. So I want to be part of BookTube as well, because I watch a lot of y'all on here. So with that being said, I'll see you guys next time, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Bye!